If anybody drops off, just let us know. We are live. Hi, everybody. So, a couple minutes late. We had a couple technical difficulties, mainly because of Hackett. You pay your bills, first of all. that's what we have to tell people.
I'm waiting
You know
for that
who we
check.
are.
I'm waiting for that Trump check.
Oh no, we already started. We're 8 minutes in. We're 1 minute in, and we already started with that. You'll notice we've got a fourth friend with us today. It's Chris Campbell. Depending on where you're looking, it's my lower left. Chris, he's with Mizuno. He's a territory rep. Is that correct? Is that how I should refer to you, Chris?
Territory manager is what we are titled.
Okay. Well, Chris was with Mizuno, and we've played golf. We chat a lot. He's usually in the comments stream chatting with us as we go through some of the questions. So we thought it'd be a good idea to bring him on. Thanks for joining us today, Chris.
Absolutely, guys. Have a blast being in the chat, and it's great to be on for the first time. Hope to do it again.
Absolutely. And so you know Adam Tatro, you know Matt Hackett. That's the rest of Team GU. And so the way that this works, folks, pretty simple. If you're watching this on replay, we're going to go through a series of questions.
Of which Fonzie tries to get Hackett and I to piss each other off.
Which usually I succeed in, and we're going to do that.
Good point.
And so I will say that it's a mixture of topics tonight, boys. I've purposely not shared the questions with anybody, and so we will see where things go. And if you're watching, feel free to not only interact with us in the chat box if you're watching on YouTube or Twitter, but you can also answer the questions yourselves. All right. Before we get started, for everyone who's drinking, cheers, boys. Hackett's playing with his camera again. I don't know what he's
Cheers.
So if at any point Matt or Chris have any connection problems, we're dealing with some storms in the area too, so that might have something to do with it. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the first question. And actually, it's going to be question 0 because, Adam, you actually had this good idea at the beginning when we were in the pre-show. Did you shower today? I think that's an important question that a lot of people have to ask themselves.
I did.
Matt?
I did not because we're having some more plumbing issues.
You're having plumbing issues? Oh, no.
Well, you got all sorts of shit going on over there. Wi-Fi.
What kind of plumbing issues I'm getting into.
Oh, no. Somebody clogged a toilet, for sure. Somebody
well, it wasn't that, but whatever.
Fair enough. I also showered today, so it's actually really warm. It's very humid today. We're all in the Illinois area, by the way. Very humid today.
Good chance I take a second shower today because this beard is about done. I'm done with this thing. Yeah.
Yeah. It's getting a little swampy in here. I had to put shorts on. I am wearing pants. That should be question 2. You know, whether or not you're wearing pants. You're not wearing pants?
Sitting here like Donald Duck.
There's nothing good about that.
No, I got shorts on. Or do I?
Don't stand up. All right. So 3 of us, and I know, Chris, you are moving this weekend.
I am.
And so you would definitely be out there with us
Yes.
if you weren't. But Hackett, Tatro, and I are going to try to play golf this weekend because here in Illinois, the golf courses will be open May 1st. Everyone's very excited about it. And so the first question I have really for you boys is, are you nervous about playing at all? I know we're going to try to walk 9. It's walking only. I think we're going to be fine. It's everyone else that's got the problem. But I think
you mean like being able to be? Yeah. Are we able? Do we have the ability to walk 9 or 18 holes?
No. I think. Well, that's another question. I'm just wondering if there's going to be a bunch of clowns out there that are going to try to get too close to us and like group up on tees and stuff.
I'm not nervous.
I'll poke them with my driver.
Just hit him with your driver.
No, I think the people that that are going to go out, they'll practice social distancing. You know, if they come up on a team, there's another group up there. They'll keep their distance. I'm not nervous at all.
You're not nervous about that, Adam? Are you nervous at all?
No, not really. I mean, honestly, I think we might screw this up again by. I mean, I had a conversation, and I won't mention his name yet or now, but with Pro, and he said basically the day that we had where we had 24 hours of golf back in March, and he said they did everything: pay online, raised cups, playing threesomes, like walking only. They were doing it, and then it was the very next day, Pritzker said, nope, no more, done. And he said, because I had to go out there and bring in all the flag sticks and pull all the cups and put all the holes back in. He goes, everyone but one of the holes was stepped down and pushed back down into the thing so they could put into a hole.
Really? So
every one of them.
Oh.
So I really do hope people just they've literally only opened golf courses to 25% capacity. You can get 8 people on the golf course per hour. And I really just hope that basically they took away our toy. They're giving it back, kind of. If we learn how to play with it, then then we can do it. If not, they'll take it away again.
No, I think you're right. Mrs. Fonseca has made an appearance, by the way. She's nervous to be on a call with all of us. She also was able to share that she's drinking with us. This ain't no hobby, fellas. Yeah.
Atta girl.
That's good.
That's a great pick.
Chris, go put a blade collar on.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I'd never own one of those.
You guys.
See, Chris, that's why we like you. That's why we keep you around. You got to balance things out because, I don't understand the blade collar thing.
No. It's a T-shirt.
No, jeez.
With a collar.
Chris, you and I, on a side conversation, have had some talks about your thoughts on golf in general, opening up at this point.
Yeah.
If you were going out, would you be nervous about it right now?
No. I really wouldn't be. I would be kind of nervous, obviously, that some goofballs are going to mess some things up, that they're going to go back to their old habits, that they're going to go out as 2 straight twosomes and then try to join up as a foursome on the 4th or 6th hole and mess something up for everybody. That's unfortunately, I think that's probably going to happen. Now, who polices it beyond there, I don't know. But the last thing that we want is one weekend. It looks like a great weekend of weather. You guys are going to have some phenomenal weather this weekend. The last thing we want is May 2nd, May 3rd, or whatever it is, May 1st to be the first weekend and then the last weekend until the end of the month, because I think that's exactly what the governor will do. He will say, let's try it again in a month. Maybe you guys will, learn something.
And that's exactly to his point. The person I talked to said, hey, this golf course is surrounded by, we're in the middle of a neighborhood, and it's a nice neighborhood. And some of the people in that neighborhood don't like golf. They don't like people looking for balls by their backyards. They don't like anything. So the only thing it's going to take is for one of them.
Golf course.
Right. Is for one of them to see somebody playing in a foursome or a fivesome, snap a picture of it, send it to the Department of Health, and there you go. Another 30 days without your toy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you're right. I know that. So we've got the 2 tee times back to back, 15 minutes apart. I'm looking forward to yelling every expletive I can at you guys, because I know that if you come near me within 6 feet, you'll get arrested. So I'm perfectly fine with yelling anything I can. But no, in all seriousness, though, I'm not nervous. I'm wondering that first time where somebody hits a wayward tee shot and you have to both look for it in the same line of rough on neighboring holes, and we're all just kind of it's going to be like a standoff. It's like, all right, I'm gonna go this way, because nobody wants to be that guy to ruin it for everybody. I would hope not.
Honestly, I don't even care what I shoot. I think it's just, I'm not even going to look that hard. If I lose a ball, I lose a ball. I just want to walk 9 holes and drink a vodka lemonade.
Fair.
Let's play. Let's
just get out and enjoy some weather. And we've been cooped up for obviously so much time, just kind of getting out of the winter months. And now that this kind of prohibits it even more, it's just kind of adding that fuel to, I can't wait to get out and tee it for everybody.
Yeah. Hackett, what were you saying?
I was saying we got winter rules, summer rules. Let's get some COVID rules. If you lose a ball, just drop another ball.
No penalty strokes whatsoever.
Yeah. I'm on board
Don't
with that.
care. Roll it, drop it, kick it, do whatever the hell you want. Just walk 9 holes and get the hell out of there.
Yep. Well, my ears just perked up.
I'm not playing a match with you.
Yeah. I'll pick it up, crow hop, and throw it. All right. So prior to right now, earlier today, we had somebody actually write in a question. We had a viewer question submitted. And so I'll set it up, and I want to hear from everyone.
Was it Kristen?
It was not Kristen. I actually don't know who it was, but it was a fan of the show, and this person needs to buy a new driver and a new 3-wood. And their question, which one should they buy first, a driver or a 3-wood? Because they apparently can't do both.
That is a good question.
It's a very good
So
question.
I'll go around the horn here.
Well, when they're costing $300-$400 a piece, like, yeah, those are like back-to-back purchases.
3 or 4. You ain't bought a driver in a while.
Mm.
Well, 400, 300.
4 or 5. Dude. Retail's at $550 right now.
All right, whatever.
Whatever. All right, so we'll go around the horn here. Hackett, we'll start with you. Which one would you pick first, driver or 3-wood?
Well, I will say that I wouldn't necessarily say that you should buy the same model each because, everyone swings different. One driver in one company, one TaylorMade that might fit me great for a driver, and a Callaway might fit me great for a 3-wood. So I wouldn't necessarily say that they have to match. But to answer the question, I don't have a good answer. I don't think it's necessarily one's dependent on the other or one's more important.
So you would say maybe either one, they couldn't go wrong.
Yeah, I would say try both drivers and 3-woods, and if you find one that you absolutely love, then buy that one, and then wait, a month to buy the next one. If, that's why you're spreading it out.
Okay. Gotcha. So just a real quick note, guys. It looks like Chris is having trouble hearing Hackett, so I'll try to facilitate that. If Matt, you try to ask something to Chris, we'll be sure to facilitate that. So Adam, your thoughts, driver or 3-wood, if you had to pick to buy first?
Driver. Matt just says that because he hits a 3-wood 290 or 300 yards. So he's got a 3-wood that I made for him, and I'm going to break it. One of these years, I am going to break that thing. I'll rebuild it, but I'm going to break it. And without a doubt, I would say driver. I mean, odds are you're going to hit it more often than a 3-wood. And I had always said, did he leave? Good.
I think we lost him. He'll be back. You pissed him off. He's gone.
Yeah, I mean, it's not hard, but no, I would absolutely say driver. It's just, I think with the way driver technology is today, and there's so many different ways you can angle the face and ways you can, so many different other, options of loft and angles and open, close, this and that. I would recommend buy the driver, and then fill it with a fairway wood when applicable. And I would also recommend, not necessarily always buying a 3-wood. A 3-wood to me is a it's kind of, I think 3-woods are geared toward better players. I mean, I think people with slower swing speeds should definitely look at something like a 4-wood or a 5-wood, something that's going to get the ball in the air. It's people that don't hit it that high. I mean, with the way these things don't spin as much now and stuff, I would say, put a 5-wood in your bag. I think you're going to hit it just as far as you're going to hit a 3-wood with a 5-wood. So I would definitely say driver should be the first purchase.
Okay. Matt's back. Matt, can you hear us? Well, he's frozen on my screen, so we'll see.
Yeah, I got him frozen too.
Well, while we're waiting for Matt, we'll work on those. Chris, you actually have probably a lot to say in this category.
Yeah, Chris has got to be the best. Yeah, I mean,
so what would you say? What would you recommend?
I'm gonna sit back and have
I mean, obviously, if you're the kind of person, that's going to go out and kind of buy something off the rack. With how adjustable obviously woods are these days, both drivers, fairways, and even some utilities, it makes it a little easier for the consumer to kind of get one off the rack. Obviously, we still do recommend getting a custom fitting, but obviously right now that's going to be on hold till mid-June at the best, if at all it happens kind of this golf season. We're still kind of up in the air, and I think we're all in the same boat with that. But obviously with just about every manufacturer, obviously Mizuno included, having some type of adjustable, whether it just be loft, a little bit of face angle, or you virtually have every option available. where you've got sliding weights, moving weights, and obviously adjustable loft. You can change virtually everything. And the thing is that the key for the golfer is really to be honest with yourself. Are you really a stiff flex, regular flex? Because I think a lot of people get that incorrect. And that's some reason why people maybe tend to buy drivers every year, is they don't necessarily honest with themselves when they're making a purchase. Obviously I see it just about every fitting day. And I always kind of ask the question, am I going to fit you to what you want or what you need? Because those are two vastly different things. And it's not to be offensive. And I usually preface that question with that. But we essentially have to find out what their end game is. And this is how we're going to get you there. But I would tend to probably go driver, first, being that it has virtually just with many options out there, about as adjustable as you can get from every facet.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I would probably say driver as well. Certainly, I won't be as articulate as Chris just was and Adam, but I know that I would just go off of how often you hit the club, and I don't, speaking only for myself, I don't hit 3-wood very often at all. If I do, it's rare. Because, I also just don't hit it very far off the tee with my driver as far as, compared to the guys I play with. So, I think, for the person, if you're watching, who submitted the question, feel free to go for the club that maybe you hit the most often. I think you had a lot of different reasons why we would choose the things we would choose. But ultimately, I think 3 out of the 4 of us said maybe go with driver first. So at the end of the day, go get fit, though. Like Chris said, go get fit. That's the big important thing.
Those that showered today.
Yeah. the ones who showered are able to want to go get drivers. So I'm not 100% sure if Hackett could still hear us or not. I think
they can't either.
Yeah, he's putting on a good game face here. But to stick with another question here, I just did your grips. What type of grips do you like? Wraps, cord, or something else? And I'm not quite sure. Hackett gave me something. It was like a hybrid, and I know that they make those, but it had the cord. It had like the velvet at the butt end. But I'm more of a wrap guy.
Can hear it.
Uh-oh. Okay, he can hear now, he says, I think.
Okay.
Chris,
I hear everyone.
Okay, good. Chris,
Okay,
I'll start with you now. What do you prefer? What type of grips on your wedges?
I've been a on and off from different types of full cords probably since I was 16 years old. Never really been into the wrap style. Done the multi-compound, kind of the half and half for the last couple of years, and then last fall went back to a full cord velvet, that's been around forever. So
nice.
That's just what I don't mind the firmness of that grip. I like the extra grip that it gives me being full cord. I don't mind that it tears the hands up a little bit because I got to have something to hold on to. Fair
enough. Adam, you're a wrap guy, right?
I was a cord guy for a long time. He gone. I was a cord guy for a long time, and same thing like multi-compound that Chris was talking about, whatever, for a while. But I don't know. It's something about that. Actually, I got.
Oh yeah.
Okay. It's the tour. Oh, wrong way.
Tour wrap.
I don't know what it is about it's got to be how tacky they are. They just they're beyond tacky. So that's where I've been recently. I like it. I don't feel like my hands are going to slip at all. So
yeah, I agree. Hackett is back in person. We don't know if he can hear or not. He's very delayed, I think, is the feedback I got. So Matt, you may be picking up every 10th word that we're saying. But as far as grips go as well, I'm a fan of wraps. Never been a fan of cords. I have very dainty hands, and so they get tore up very easily. Let's just call it what it is.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. I don't know if you can hear us when we say the things that we say, though, because I think it's very delayed.
Yeah. It might be. I wonder if Hackett tried stopping his video and can he just get in on audio?
Audio, maybe.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. We'll try to send him a text here. The joys of doing this live. But yeah, I'm a fan of wraps. I think sometimes they get a little slick. Not to call out a brand, but I will. But Super Stroke actually makes a grip that is very, very tacky. It's very nice in normal conditions, but when it rains, that thing is going to come flying out of my hand. But I've got them on my clubs for one set that I have. But yeah, I like a wrap overall. All right, Hackett, I don't know if you're still there or not, but we will try to keep him engaged. He is having some issues, as we can see.
This has been my favorite one that we've done so far.
Oh no! All right, so we're gonna take a little bit of a left turn here, and we're gonna take a step away from golf because I think we got people who watch this like when we kind of banter about other things too. So I don't know if you guys watch the news, but a lot of things were going on other than COVID. And one of the big things that I thought was particularly interesting was the fact that we basically confirmed there were aliens. I don't know if you guys saw this. The Navy released a video from the Pentagon, kind of like in the dead of night, and then everyone was like, "Okay, whatever. No, no one cares."
Nope.
So my question for you guys: are the aliens friendly? Is this going to be an issue? Do we have to be worried about this? What do you guys think?
I mean, I hope so.
I hope so, right?
They can't
We
be
all
bigger
hope so.
assholes than COVID-19.
That's
No.
true. That's true.
So, I mean, I don't know. I hope so. I heard that and I just shook my head like, well, whatever.
I mean, could 2020 get any better?
Yeah.
I mean, really?
I know.
Now we're throwing this into the mix. Come on. What's next? All I'm wondering is what's next.
Yeah,
After
I can't believe it.
the confirmation of aliens, we've been at home for 6 or 7 weeks, and everybody's going stir crazy. And what's next? There's no sports.
I don't know, man. It's crazy. I don't know what's going on. I saw it on Twitter, just kind of like scrolling through, and I'm like, whoa, wait, what? Like, so this is fine now? Like, we're just gonna be okay.
Oh, Hackett's back.
Hackett, can you hear?
I can hear you guys perfect. I might be on a big delay. I'm not sure.
No, you're better. You're better now.
We got you
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
I was this way up until now. This was my favorite one that we've done so far.
I heard that comment.
Hackett, do you have any takes on the aliens?
I didn't really dive into the social media, but I mean, if it's true, if there's confirmation, I'm surprised that it's come out and they've said so, because Americans can't, if they come out and actually say, yes, this is confirmed, like humans will go nuts. They don't know how to handle that shit.
I like my favorite part of that response is that you started with Americans.
Yeah.
And then you went to all humans. But yeah, I think it's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to definitely pay attention to that, because anything about the coronavirus, I just don't want to pay attention to anymore. So I am being yelled at from the other room that I have to show there's a blade collar fan in my house. And I think I have to make some marital decisions. And unfortunately, she
Atta
said,
girl.
with a blade collar on.
That's how I picture you whenever you wear a blade.
I might buy one just like that. Just I wear it.
If you show up with a sleeveless blade collar, we're gonna have issues. I don't know how, but we're gonna have issues. I will look at you with a lot
No
of
shirts, no sleeves, no friendship.
Sleeveless blade collar. Hold on, let me write this down.
Oh boy, is that another post-it that you're putting up? So, Chris, were you watching when he said that I made the stupid promise
Oh boy.
that if we get to play golf the first time, I will wear a blade collar that he designed?
Ooh.
And
Lines?
yeah,
Ouch.
he-
I'm gonna make it.
Are
I'm
you
gonna paint it.
designing blade
I'm gonna
collars now?
paint it. No, I'm gonna make it tie dye.
You're gonna have like coffee paint?
I'm just gonna roll it up with freaking rubber bands and put it through a bunch of paint and send it through the wash for him. This will happen, Chris. You and I, we got this.
you've put way too much thought into how you're going to design but I
think so.
appreciate the dedication. All right, another thing that we're all watching. We're all in the Chicago area. And I think us, much like most of the nation, is watching The Last Dance on Sundays. It's really appointment television right now is really the only sports going on of any type, except for the NFL draft, but I didn't watch much of that. We're all Bulls fans too, I think, to a degree, or at least we're familiar with the Bulls. Chris, did you grow up a Bulls fan, or because
Who didn't? Who didn't? Honestly,
fair enough.
Who didn't watch NBA basketball all the time when they were growing up?
Right. No, that's very, very true. And so my question for you guys is, who is your most hated Bulls opponent? Now, you can take that to the individual or the team as a whole. I'll start off. Fuck John Starks. That's what I will say.
It's a good one.
I'll just put that out there.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
I didn't know that Charles Oakley was a Bull and he was traded for Cartwright.
Yeah.
It was like right when I got into the Bulls. So I hated Oakley because he was, he was kind of a bully. There were a lot of bullies back in the NBA at that time. And then I found out he was a Bull like very recently before that. Now it shocked me. But I'll stick with the battles against the Knicks and the Pacers in the early 90s. Those were good.
Definitely. Chris?
Yeah. I was gonna, obviously the easy one is the Pistons, but I was gonna throw the Knicks as well, because obviously there were tons of, seems like Christmas Day or Thanksgiving Day battles that we probably all watched, growing up between the Knicks and the Bulls, and obviously the Pistons. Yeah. But kind of watching all the one from the other night with the Pistons kind of brings back all those memories of how physical the game was and how it is just completely different in the way that it's called, the way that it's played now versus 20 years ago. It's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or 25 years ago, let's say.
People would just literally get assaulted.
Oh.
I mean, it was awful. Tatro, who's your most hated?
Bill Laimbeer. Period. Yeah. I mean,
you're not wrong.
I know. I mean, I don't know if I don't care that it's probably the most obvious one, but I mean, if that guy can go scratch.
Yeah. It's funny. You say the obvious one. That's true. But I think, even watching some of the old, if you go on YouTube, you can watch some of the old 90s Bulls games. There were some like sneaky ones that were really bad. Like Anthony Mason, awful person. Gary Payton even was awful. Like, I forgot how bad he was just physically. Sean Kemp, he had the talent too, but he was pretty big. But
maybe I didn't realize Sean Kemp was he was a big boy. He was badass. But maybe I didn't realize it, but I don't remember. I mean, I was only, 9 or 10 at the time when they first went. I don't remember them walking off the court not shaking hands.
I didn't remember that either.
That was new to me.
Like
So that's why, for me, being a hockey guy, the end of a series, it doesn't matter what. You skate over, you shake their hands. So fuck Bill Laimbeer and him and Isaiah for not shaking hands. That's pity shit.
And Horace Grant with the quote of the night, just out of nowhere. I forget how exactly he put it. But
bitches.
Yeah,
straight up bitches.
Straight up bitches. Yeah. Probably one of my favorite. I mean, we've only seen 4 episodes so far, but that was by far my favorite one. I mean, that was just insane. And then
the Carmen Electra Rodman.
Forgot about that.
Thing,
yeah. Well, and I love
the 30 for 30 just on that.
Yes, and I loved how Ron Harper was in there for like 2 minutes, just long enough.
Electra's still hot, by the way.
She is. Ron Harper was there for 2 minutes, just long enough to say, "Yeah, I wasn't invited to that boat party or Vegas party," is what it was. That was hysterical. Yeah, there were a lot of bad Bulls. I mean, Reggie Miller.
I saw a tweet from Donovan Mitchell that he was like, Rodman invented the load management excuse for taking a few days off.
This is true.
You know what I hope? Go ahead, Chris.
Ron Harper's comment about Craig Elo getting put on Jordan in the game against the Cavaliers.
That's right.
All right, fuck bullshit. But.
Yeah. I really, really hope they will have to talk about the flu game at some point. But the rumor is that he was actually hungover. That he didn't actually have the flu. He was actually hungover. but we'll see. I don't know. Another man that loves his bourbon, Mr. Michael Jordan. I don't know if you guys have been noticing that glass.
Oh, absolutely. He's got a glass sitting right next to him.
And it keeps going up and down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the F-bombs seem to flow a little bit more as that glass gets lower.
Yes.
All right, boys.
And truly, this is the first time in our lifetime, or his lifetime, that he's been open and had interviews like this. Obviously, you'd never hear anything political about him, which I think is an incredibly smart thing to do as a professional athlete. But I mean, just the access that you're getting and the honesty, from all the players, I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. It's really going well, and I can't wait for the next 6 episodes or however many are there. On that point, and I got a little heat on Twitter for this. Imagine that. Who is more influential? And Adam and Hackett, this kind of goes back to a text conversation we had, but who is more influential for their sport between MJ or Tiger? Now, you can interpret that however you want. I know you can define that in 100 million ways. But both guys, I'll set the stage a little bit. Both players literally changed the game. They had to change rules and the way it was played for both.
And
Jordan
golf courses.
Right. And so both had that. Both were huge, just global superstars. And everyone else knows all the other examples that you could probably share. I'll say, just to kind of get the pot stirred a little bit, I think Michael Jordan was actually more influential overall for the game that he was playing. Now, that's why I got heat for it. So what do you guys think?
I gotta say Tiger. I mean, honestly, I think they're both. I would say. I have to lump because of my history. I have to lump Gretzky in on this.
Yeah,
and I would go Gretzky, Tiger, Jordan would be the way I put it, because of all of the records that Gretzky is involved in. I think Gretzky holds like 62 different NHL records. God knows what they are. Gretzky evolved hockey into a game that is not what it was. Everybody said, "Oh, we went to the fights and a hockey game broke out back in the '80s." And that's what I grew up with. But now it's a game of skill. That being said, Tiger changed every single aspect of golf. I mean, to be honest, I don't know who I should put first, Tiger or Gretzky. I think Jordan comes right after them, obviously. But Tiger changed the shirts. Tiger has changed everything. Anybody remember an old cotton piqué golf shirt? They don't exist anymore.
No, that's true.
So Tiger changed the equipment. He changed the physicality of it. He changed golf courses. They had to Tiger-proof them. He changed the amount of money they were playing for. He changed every single thing that you can imagine. Like I said, he changed the apparel. He changed every possible thing about golf. Tiger changed it. And so maybe I should say Tiger, Gretzky, Jordan. I don't know. But I'm just gonna say Tiger, because golf courses got longer, equipment got better, golf balls got better. I mean, everything. It's the demand of what you had to do to be a professional golfer. It's got harder. I love watching that interview with Curtis Strange and him saying, "Oh, you'll learn." Curtis Strange learned.
Yeah, that's true too. Hackett, your thoughts, Tiger or MJ?
I would probably have to say Tiger. Can you guys hear me pretty good?
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah, we're kind of got you.
Okay. I mean, I would have to say Tiger. Tater made a lot of great points, and MJ was more than a generational talent. He was, the greatest of all time, and the game did evolve to where, the game got more athletic, more skillful with Jordan. But what Tiger did to golf, he made it cool. Like golf was always known as, a white, elitist sport, and those are the only people that played it, the only people that watched it, especially. I mean, yeah, Tiger, didn't just move the needle; he is the needle. So whenever he's in contention, people are watching those tournaments on TV that don't even know anything about golf. Like, I'm sure MJ may have had some of that, but not in the um, not the impact that Tiger had.
Fair enough. Chris, your take?
I could really go both ways. Obviously, you've got completely different generations with Tiger on the very beginning of kind of the internet and social media and things like that. Jordan never had any of this stuff. I mean, Jordan is still a global phenomenon. 25 years from now, Tiger is still going to be. It's 1A and 1B for me. It's really, really tough.
That's true.
Obviously, like you guys have all mentioned, Tiger completely changed just about every facet of the game of golf. MJ changed the game. I mean, we're still seeing, obviously, now kids in the NBA that weren't around, but they've been on YouTube. They've seen the Jordan videos. They had the VHS tapes like I did, reminding those things all day, watching every move that he made. Absolutely.
Yeah, and the shoes.
And it's tough to pick. I mean, I would think Tiger probably changed just because he changed so many aspects of the sport and, will continue to for years. I mean, he changed golf course architecture, like you mentioned, equipment, apparel, a multitude, of things. But a lot of the things that he learned was from MJ.
Yeah.
In the way that he kind of handled himself and the way that he promoted himself and the global, icon that he became. So,
yeah. And gambling.
I will say I'm glad those baggy pants aren't a thing anymore.
Yep.
That Tiger was wearing.
Yeah.
That's all right. Blade collars and mock turtlenecks will survive.
Well, and Chris, I think you got to take off here. But yeah, man, we appreciate you running in. Oh, he's gonna be back. He says he had to go attend to something.
I'll try and be back. Got to try to put the kid to bed real quick. So I'll be
no,
back.
that makes sense. You do.
No worries.
All right, we'll see you guys.
All right, man.
Yeah.
We had another write-in question. Who wore the mock turtleneck better, Tiger or MJ? Yeah, I don't know. I might
Who wore it first?
Yeah, well, MJ.
Did he?
Yeah, just older.
I don't know. Might have been like more in the 90s, like late 90s, and Tiger brought it to life in the. Yeah, probably. Yeah. I guess you're probably right. Probably MJ.
They could both wear whatever the hell they want, and they'll be looked at as icons.
Yeah, that's true. And there's usually a swoosh on it, and probably some type of leather. At least with MJ. What was your favorite? Did you guys own Jordans? I think I owned one pair.
I don't know that I did. I think I owned a pair of maybe Shaq's. Like, wasn't Shaq Reebok?
Yeah, I think so. I think.
No, I never had shoes that were worth more than $30 growing up.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe like 40, 50. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't really either. I didn't own Jordans until later in life when I got stupid with money. But and my wife would probably say the same.
Have you seen Pat Perez's Jordan collection?
Yes.
It's amazing.
Oh, thanks, Ryan, our buddy. You have 30 seconds until your wife gets back to sit and reflect on our day. Well, that's good, Ryan. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for your 30 seconds.
That's right. Yeah, I think I always liked Ken Griffey, like his shoes and his spikes. I always tried to buy like the knockoffs of those when I played baseball. And then Anthony Hardaway, Penny. Little Penny. I remember the commercials.
Oh, Little Penny was great.
Yeah.
Little Penny was awesome.
All right. Oh man, yeah. Someone liked Hardaway's because she says they're my jam. That's how we talk in our house now. After all this. And by the way, Tiger made this happen too. I just want to say I have a lot to blame for that. All right. last question that I have planned, and we can kind of talk about whatever else you guys want to talk about, but we also enjoy our morning beverage, and we all have a favorite morning beverage, I would
Like
assume.
Bloody Mary or what?
Like Bloody Marys. And so
Okay.
the question is, spicy or no? And I think there's different levels of spice here.
I think the better question is, what is your go-to on the way to the course morning drink?
Oh, I thought you were going to go to, like, what's your go-to? Teacher's like, don't say that.
Diet Coke, man.
It's all water.
Diet
And
Coke in a McDonald's cup.
He's just like,
Don't alert the authorities.
no. Once I arrive at the course,
There you go. That's much better said.
yeah,
So I'll be a proponent. I as of like a month and a half ago found this Jameson whiskey cold brew, which is phenomenal with coffee. So I put a shot in there. I won't say a shot. I put some in a cup, and then
who the hell you trying to convince, me or you?
put a little knock off Bailey's in there, and then have 10, 12 ounces of coffee. It goes down super smooth. You get your caffeine, you get your little jolt.
After you get to the court.
I will endorse that for the next few years.
what is it? Is it, you said it's a cold brew?
It's a whiskey. It's by Jameson, but I didn't really look into it. It's cold. It says Jameson cold brew, so it is an Irish whiskey by Jameson. I don't know if it was brewed a certain way or whatever the case may be, distilled, but it's phenomenal with coffee.
Interesting. I am genuinely intrigued about this right now. Let me see if I can make some magic happen.
What about you, Pedro?
I mean, once I get to the course, a Bloody Mary is usually my go-to. And actually, I got to be honest. I think Wisconsin might be onto something. A Bloody and a beer is really a good kickoff to a Saturday morning or something. I mean,
A little sidecar?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Pretty much like in Wisconsin, with every freaking Bloody Mary you order, they give you a little sidecar
Even like
beer.
a little 4-ounce
Yep.
beer.
And there's usually a lot of cheese involved as well.
Right.
Maybe a chicken.
The Bloody's kind of a meal,
And
but
you're bloody?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
like cheese
blood,
flies.
yeah, like making a meal or whatever. I remember Keith House and I went skiing up in Wisconsin, like by the Dells, up in Hackett. What are the two areas up there? There's Cascade. We went to Cascade and Devil's Head. Yeah, so we went to Devil's Head one day. We stayed up there. Keith at the time wasn't working. And so he didn't have insurance, and he got a little nervous, so he did not go. He snowboarded, so he didn't go snowboarding the second day. And I was like, "Well, do you mind if we just run the Cascade? And I'm just going to take a few runs. You just hang out." He's like, "Yeah, that's fine. I'll have a couple Bloody Marys." I went out. I skied for like an hour. Came back in. He was sitting there drinking Bloody Berries. Went out, skied for like an hour. Came back in. He was drinking Bloody Berries. I came back in the third time. He was hammered and demanded I give him my boots, my lift ticket, and with my coat.
Demanded.
And let him. He said he hadn't skied in forever, so he wanted to go take one run. So I asked the bartender, I go, "Am I a good friend or a bad friend for doing this?" Like, I need to know. And
Did you let him do it?
I did. I gave him my coat with my lift ticket on it. He had sweatpants.
You even took your boots
He had
off?
sweatpants on. So I gave him my coat with my lift ticket. He's like a size 9 shoe, so I jammed my foot into his little sneakers or whatever. He puts on my boots. He puts on my skis and he falls over. And
like right away.
honest to God, I would pay half of the amount of money I have in my life today to have this video back, because from a different cell phone, because I started filming him and he's yelling at me. He goes, "Stop fucking filming me, you asshole! Help me up!" I'm like, "Nope, you got yourself into this." So he's got it took him. I remember the video being 4 minutes and 40 seconds long for him putting my skis on with, and getting into, after falling down and getting into the line for the lift, for the chairlift.
Oh,
One of the
gee.
funniest things I've ever seen in my life. And then he came down in one piece, which was the damnedest thing I've ever seen.
That was a
And-
miracle in itself.
Oh my God, it was hilarious.
The
Hackett,
most heroic performance: Tigers winning the U.S. Open on a torn ACL, or Keith House coming down.
Oh.
The,
Keith House, without a doubt. If you'd have been there and seen this, this is the damnest thing I've ever seen.
Is that it?
yes.
Mm.
I mean, it looks similar. I mean, it's a little different bottle. The other one, it's a little longer, but that's essentially what you're looking for.
Interesting. You just mix that with coffee.
And Bailey's.
You could either throw regular. I mean, I'm usually like a little cream, a little sugar. So I put that and just a little like Bailey's in a cup, no extra sugar, no anything. Phenomenal.
Good to know. Good to
Yeah.
know.
Folks, I'll have you know that I made pancakes with Bailey's instead of milk this weekend, and they were phenomenal.
I just don't. And so you say that. So we socially distanced. We were very responsible this weekend, where we were able to hang out in the driveway for a few minutes. You say
minutes. I was there for 2 hours, and you guys were there for like fucking 5.
Oh yeah, we went
there for
somewhere.
a couple of them.
Yeah, I woke up with a headache. And now my wife wants to make pancakes.
You got it, Chris. Half milk, half Bailey's. Be the greatest pancakes you've ever eaten, Fonzie.
I've never made pancakes. I don't think I've ever made one.
I don't think I've made them in a long
I was
time.
saying just put a little Bailey's as like syrup on the pancakes, and I think you'd be
You
good.
do that
to go.
too. I'm telling you, dude. Try this. Get some pancake mix. And I'm allergic to eggs, so I actually use vegetable
I'm gonna do
oil.
a little concoction with a little syrup, a little Bailey's,
A little fireball. You're gonna make Bailey's and cinnamon pancakes,
Ooh.
Now we're getting silly.
I'm just thinking of the topping.
or are we?
I can't stand Fireball.
Yeah, but a little cinnamon is good on some pancake French toast sort of thing.
I don't know. I've never liked cinnamon. I can't do it. Like
Okay.
gold syrup.
I'll give you a life hack.
No.
That's just
Uh-oh.
okay. So whenever
I need a drink for this.
the way I make bacon is in the oven, because it cooks it evenly. It's a little longer, but I'll cook it for like 20-25 minutes depending on the thickness. Sprinkle cinnamon on your bacon. We call it jazzy bacon. It's fucking phenomenal. I swear to God. It gives it just a. I use cinnamon and pepper, so I'll do a little cracked pepper and cinnamon. And
So
then
tigers won't eat it.
So whatever. Do it once, and if you love it, you'll do it for the rest of your life.
Chris, what are your thoughts on putting cinnamon on bacon?
Hey, welcome back, Chris.
Yeah, welcome back to that one.
Well, I was just telling the world my secret. The way I cook bacon is in the oven on a little rack, so it cooks a little slower and evenly.
Okay.
But what I do beforehand, when I lay it out on the tray, I put cracked pepper and cinnamon. And then I flip it, and then I put more cracked pepper and cinnamon on the other end. Try it once, like I said, and you'll eat it for the rest of your life.
I could definitely do that. There's
we call it jazzy bacon. Go ahead to steal it.
There's a spot not too far from probably all of us in Plainfield called Crafted, and they've got some or pig bacon that's amazing.
Isn't all bacon pig bacon though?
What's that? Well,
all bacon
I think it's
bacon,
called pig bacon or something. It's some kind of name, but it's absolutely fantastic. But I could see the cinnamon
like saying
being
a cow burger.
Well, I could see that being a good addition for sure.
Hackett, you saw that
Just
last
try it
comment
once.
by Chris, right? The
And-
one
and-
before.
and if you make bacon, just put a little cinnamon on like 1 or 2 strips. Just try it.
Hackett, you saw that last comment by Chris, right?
Yeah, I'll
When
remind
does
you.
that come off the screen?
No.
Just get it off the-
Don't act like you don't know it's true. I made us bacon all after
I
playing
know,
pool
and
all
I
night.
ate like a half a pound of bacon with you.
Half a
like
pound. I made 2 pounds, and there were none left.
All right, then I ate 1 pound of bacon. Whatever.
What? See, we just got a shit
See,
story.
now I think Chris is just pushing buttons herself.
I like where her
She's
head's
trying
at.
to just throw your pot.
I brought bacon to the Bloody Mary bar, and everybody said it's the best bacon they've ever had.
Well, I didn't bring bacon there, and the next Bloody Mary bacon bar they bring, I'm gonna have the best bacon. We're gonna
Chris,
have
You bring
bacon
your cinnamon bacon; it'll all be left over at the end of the Bloody Mary bar.
These two are getting revved up. I can feel it. Chris,
I need a little more bourbon.
You just know I got some old fashions in me already. You're just pushing buttons.
Chris, did you have any input on your favorite type of Bloody Mary? Do you
That
like
would be
spice?
that would be not to have any at all because it's absolutely disgusting.
Oh wow!
Oh,
Tomato
oh,
tomato
juice guy.
tomato juice is
You don't
absolutely repulsive.
You don't like spaghetti sauce in your alcoholic drinks?
That would be a negative. That would be a negative. I don't understand that the celery stalks and the bacon coming out of the drink. I
good.
don't get it. Not
Oh,
a tomato
so-
juice person. No.
Fair.
Mimosas.
Well, yes, obviously.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Like, you know, I like
I'll give a
mimosas.
thumbs up for like 2 or 3 mimosas. You can only have like 2 or 3.
I drank a whole bottle of champagne and half a thing of orange juice on Saturday.
Well,
Take a whole
I
bottle
made
of champagne.
pancakes out of Bailey's. I
mimosas
mean,
that are
that was fantastic. I was in a great mood all day.
See, I love the mimosas that are all champagne and like you take a little dropper and like you put a few drops of orange juice in there. That's a good mimosa.
That's a mimosa.
I actually bought
There's a
I
lot-
bought like a Yeti. It's like an insulated carafe that will hold 2 bottles of wine. But I put a bottle of champagne in it and like a 12-ounce thing of orange juice in it, and just had it as is, and that was my mimosas for Saturday.
Okay.
I was in a good mood all day.
I was
can see that.
fantastic.
I can understand why.
Yeah. Chris, we were talking about favorite when you arrived to the course. Unlike my delinquent friends here.
Hackett.
What's your favorite morning round alcoholic beverage if you imbibe?
It's probably gonna be beer, beer or possibly a
6
You know,
a.m. beers.
I'll buy you a
Make-
mimosa this year, Chris.
It could do that too. I've been known to little bourbon and Sprite, little makers and Sprite or something around there. It's not bad.
Are you a coffee drinker, Chris?
I'm not.
Okay, then never mind.
He had a great idea, but he's like, no.
He basically told everybody that we're drinking drive before we go to the golf course.
Yeah.
No,
Sounds like it.
never happened. Never happened. Oh my goodness! I just looked up. Hold on. There's all sorts of concoctions that people come up with, and we used to call mimosas drank by a bunch of guys brumosas. And hold on, I gotta show this too. This is ridiculous. Let me get this up here in a second. Would you guys drink this when I bring this up here? I'm not even sure what this is. It looks like vodka, orange juice, and PBR.
No.
It sounds kind of like a what is it, like a cement mixer or like there's a shot or a lunchbox.
Lunchbox, yeah.
Lunchbox. Oh God.
Oh God, that's
I mean, I just think that they're trying to give away PBR, like mix it with anything, like you'll get rid of it somehow.
I tell you what, I had a couple PBRs the other night prior to the last dance.
I was with you.
Hell come to breakfast?
Oh yeah, Oh yeah, I don't know why I did it. All I gotta say is when there was that scene in Last Dance where the guys were huddled around Scotty because he was just. I was feeling the same way at that exact moment. It was really bad.
When he got the shit beat out of him by Rodman and pushed down.
Yes. My wife says there's no tomato juice in her Bloody Marys because she also hates tomatoes.
Love it.
She uses Zing Zang. It's the same thing.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Teacher and I are soulmates. There's stuff going on.
No, we just both like to piss your husband off.
Exactly. Finest call Bloody Mary mix is the best. I don't care what anyone says.
I do. I can't disagree with that. I love Finest Call.
You can get what? You can get a whole liter for what? $4.
I don't know. I can
buy-
barely even find them on
I
Amazon
think
now.
you could buy 6 of them on Amazon for like $25.
Yeah.
Oh, really? All right, boys.
But
We're getting close
I
to
don't
that.
understand how you can't buy them in Binny's. Like they're made
I
out
actually
of
asked.
Finest.
Benny's has a bunch of Finest Call products or whatever, and I asked. They said it was discontinued.
What?
Oh,
Yeah. So I don't know if we can get it.
Well, we got to go on change.org and do a petition or something. This is we can't stand for this.
You just got to buy it up like all the fucking toilet paper.
Yeah. Not seriously.
What kind of interesting stuff did I miss while I was gone?
Well, Hackett had connectivity issues.
Uh-oh.
Tatro and Hackett started yelling at each other a little bit, just a little.
Sounds about right.
Not about other topics, which I may or may not be looking for right now. But
Anchoring.
oh, you did it.
Chris.
and I went back and I looked at
It's getting hard to hear.
video.
Chris, we can't hear it.
I went back and looked at that video. Everything that I said like is illegal, and you were like defending it.
Oh no.
There we go.
True.
Oh,
Both arms are moving.
You say it's okay.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Then the PGA Tour will fucking find them.
But they're
Charge
not. That's
Charge them. Charge them.
no one's gonna do it.
Fifth.
That's cheating. I don't
That's
care what
cheating.
PGA
I don't
Tour
care.
does not want to fine or
Anybody.
do anything about. We're going to fine or penalize this player for cheating because it just brings a cloud
Dude,
of bad.
I get it. He's right. He is so on the line. He is so on the line. Both arms are moving. I'm just saying both arms are moving.
Well,
Before,
You wanna go
again,
back-
do I have to go back
if you
that he
wanna
could
do
swing
this
it with
again?
one hand? I'm going to drive over to your house and beat the shit out of you.
it's going to be about 35 minutes.
I'll see you in 30 minutes.
I want a live feed of you driving.
Yeah, we should do that.
On the doors of the house.
All right. I'm gonna try to steer it back to the interstate now that we made that left turn real quick. I had to. It was open.
That's cheating. That's fucking cheating.
It's cheating.
Well, does he have his?
What do you mean that's cheating? That's what you were saying. It's like as long as
No, because he'll swing it with one hand. He'll swing it with just his right hand.
No, they move their shoulders.
The sweater with the elbow patches is bad enough, and now we've got
That's a good point.
jabbing.
Is it basically is it the last 10 minutes of every live stream we have to come back to anchoring? So me and
You just wait till the bourbon gets good and soaked in.
I'm already 3 old fashions in, and I'm ready to pour my fourth. So.
I need another ice cube if we're gonna keep this up.
we're gonna square this away. What are you doing from anchoring?
I'm pretty sure Hackett's got a old fashioned bar like right in this room that he.
Apparently he does.
I do.
All right, I'm gonna drink some more.
I'm actually next
Screw you
time
guys.
I'll show you my setup. But I have everything set.
I think the one thing that I didn't really understand.
Golfers, if you find this, send this.
Weller 12.
Weller
Oh
12,
God!
please.
So-
I got to deal with Matt Hackett. I need more of it.
Send me
All
a
right.
very expensive whiskey so I could deal.
It
with
shouldn't be expensive. It just people are freaking hoarding it. Say it's just as expensive as toilet paper now.
That's right. It's inflation. All right, boys, we're getting close to the hour mark. Thanks to all you folks who either watch this live or are going to watch this on replay. We'll do this every Tuesday. Chris, thanks for coming in and out.
Absolutely.
And Hackett, thanks for coming in and out. we enjoy
Hackett,
all
go
that.
take a shower.
Adam. Oh yeah, seriously. Oh my goodness. Boys, we'll stay on for a little bit. We'll stay on for a little bit, but just a quick note. Tomorrow I'm going to do another live stream with a guest, and could get interesting. So I'll just leave that as a teaser. But we will have a special guest from. We have another guest from. His name is Sam Robinson. He is formerly of My Golf Style, and he wanted to come on a live stream. So we've connected over the course of the last couple weeks.
I'll tell you
And he wanted to come by and talk for a little bit. So I have no idea what we're going to talk about, but we'll figure it out. But folks, thanks for. We have to decide. It's on Sam's schedule, so we'll promote it. Gentlemen, thanks as always. We'll be back again next week for another thing to stir the pot. And folks, thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, guys.